Okay, I'm back again already, right? And it's still around 2:30 on my birthday, March 28th. So here we go. Okay, dramas. All right. So one semi-kid friendly drama that you can watch kind of with your kids in the room would be Heartland. That's really fun. Not, I wouldn't say fun, but it's just really I can't describe it, but you can really get into it when you watch it, and seeing a different life and a different perspective on a ranch and horse training and just cattle businesses and stuff like that, and what people live like in a different situation is kind of cool. So that's Heartland, and that is mostly okay to watch with kids in the room. Another one that's good, pretty much okay to watch with kids in the room, would be When Calls the Heart. I really like that show. That show is very wholesome. For the most part, you could actually just watch it with your kids there, because it's pretty I think I would almost say it was G, but it's probably PG because I think there's some violence. Yeah, there's some violence in it. So it's probably PG, but you can check that out and see for yourself. But it's pretty safe, especially if you have older kids. You should be good. At least if they're playing or doing something else and you're just watching it, then you should be good. So definitely check that out, and that has a lot of episodes, so you'll have plenty to watch. Okay, here you go. So if you want something to watch for like the next month, if you don't have to go back to work until like May 4th, if you've never taken a chance on Grey's Anatomy and you think, okay, maybe I might like it, give it a chance. Watch a few episodes. See if you like it, because I'm telling you, there's so many seasons of this show. And if you end up liking it, you will have hit the mother lode of a treasure. I mean, I like this show, and there's like, I can't even remember how many seasons. I want to say 12, maybe 15. I have no idea, but there's a lot. And okay, and then there's like other spin-off shows as well. So this would be a great way to spend great binge show to watch for your time stuck in the house. Okay, so Grey's Anatomy, check it out. Give it a chance. If you like it, then it'll be a great binge-worthy show. I'm telling you, if you can get to like what episode, season, I think it was like season 6 or season 7, there's a hostage situation with a guy who's very like upset, and he's like violent towards a lot of the like main characters. And I'm not going to get into details, but that season with that one or two episodes were probably my favorite of all the seasons, because it was like, it just felt the most well done, the most genuine, the most well written. I mean, I remember feeling so pulled into that episode. So if you can hang in there and kind of get into the characters and watch it, then you have some really good episodes to get into and watch. And the characters change, so if you don't like some of the characters, don't worry. A lot of them will be gone. Some of the key ones, of course, will be there. Gray will be there, and some of them will still be there, of course. But some of the little trivial characters you won't have to see for very long. So anyway, if you like Grey's Anatomy, there's also a spinoff called Private Practice that you'll want to watch about probably like 4 or 5 seasons in. And you'll kind of pick up when you need to start watching that, because they'll reference it. They'll reference certain things, and you'll be like, oh, I need to know what they're talking about. And you can know when you need to, stop Grey's Anatomy and then watch Private Practice and then come back to Grey's Anatomy. And that might be a good thing to do, because then you can kind of know what's going on with the other characters from that show. Anyway, so that's one. Once Upon a Time, if you like more wholesome, kind of imaginary spins on, Cinderella, Snow White, all those types of shows. Once Upon a Time is a really, really fun show, and it's really well done, really well imagined, and I feel like respectful to, for the most part, to all of the original storylines and ideas that the original writers came up with. So check that out. And there's quite a few seasons of that, so you'll have something to watch if you like that. Rain. Oh my. Okay. Um, so Rain can be a little spicy at times, a little racy, but for the most part, it's really fun to watch. It's really good. I really enjoyed watching Rain. It's semi based on a little bit of history. I mean, it has some history elements to it, of course, but very loosely, very loosely with the emotional aspect and the dialogue and everything, of course. But anyway, it's really well done. It's fun to watch. It's drama and action and just fun. You should watch it. So Rain is the other one. Okay, moving on. I think that's the majority of drama. There's also Riverdale. If you've ever seen Riverdale, that's more of a good one if maybe you have like a older teenager who watches kind of like provocative shows as it is, and maybe you have a adult mom or something who wants to watch something with her older teenager, especially if it's an older female teenager. That might be a fun one for you guys to watch. It gets a little racy at times, so keep that in mind. Otherwise, if you're just a mom who likes shows about teenagers who pretty much act like adults, then you're gonna like that show. So anyway, mom lists. I have a list specifically for moms that I feel like are specifically targeted towards women who are moms, or just women who are single, maybe. Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce. That's a fun show. It's talk about racy, very racy. There's a lot of sexual conversations, a lot of stuff that you wouldn't normally hear people talk about, and they talk about a lot of uncomfortable things, and yeah. So you can check that out. Ghost is a Girlfriend's Past. That's a really old movie. Well, not really old, but old-ish. And but they have that on Netflix right now, and that was a really fun movie I remember I really enjoyed that when it came out. So you should check that out. What else is there? Hitch. If you've ever seen Hitch, even if you have seen it, you might want to see it again, because I've seen that movie quite a few times, and I don't really like watching movies over and over again. And I've seen that movie a few times, so that's a really fun movie to watch. You can watch that by yourself. You can watch that with your husband, and it's just a fun movie to laugh with and watch, and just have a good time watching it. Kick back, maybe eat some popcorn, polish your toenails while you're watching it, whatever. It's just a good chill movie. So Madam Secretary, I put that on the list because it feels more like something a woman would like. I don't know that guys would like that. It's pretty serious. It feels more like a serious drama. But it's a really good one. And I think that if you like that type of show, then you should check it out. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it, because I don't want to give out any spoilers, and that show has a lot of seasons. So if it sounds like something you might be interested in, the title pretty much tells you a little bit. Madam Secretary, come on. And then if that sounds like something you're interested in, watch a preview, see if you like it. Google it or just look on Netflix and you can watch a preview on it. All right. British shows that I really like. The Last Kingdom, that was a really good show. I was glad I watched that. Sherlock, that's a really good show, and I was glad I watched that. But that's one of the ones that you gotta watch when you're not doing other stuff, because you want to like see the clues before he sees them or when he sees them, and be like, I saw that, I know. So that's a fun one to watch, because you kind of like be Sherlock with him, and figure out the clues with him. So that one's pretty cool. What else we got? Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder. If you're a Shonda Rhimes fan, then those are really good well-written shows. Those are also very racy. They got a lot to them. So, keep that in mind. You don't want to watch shows like that when your kids are going to be in and out of the room. Those are more like late night shows after they go to bed, maybe. Have a glass of wine. She likes to joke around with the commercials, wine and popcorn. So, that's a good evening show to watch after your kids go to bed. Yeah. And then I'll come back one more video on the sci-fi stuff, because that's a super long list. But you know what? I'll go ahead and tell you guys. PG family movies, real quick. Chicken Little, that's an older one. Boss Baby, my kids love that. They just came out with new episodes of the series, because they have the series on Netflix. But there's also the movie, so your kids can watch those and the movie. SpiderMan Into the Spiderverse, that was fun. That's a fun movie to watch. Maddie is a pretty clean and good show for the kids to watch. That's a good one. Spirit is not only a good show for the kids to watch, even though it's a cartoon, you could actually find yourself being interested in watching it. I found myself being entertained by it, and the opening credits song is really well done. Like, I enjoy hearing that song, and songs throughout the show as well are done really well as well. So check it out, see what you think. Also, Ralph Breaks the Internet, as well as the first Wreck-It Ralph. Both of those are really fun movies to watch, and you can watch them with your kids. They're good family movies, so you can have the whole family sit around and you can have a family movie night. So that'd be a good one. Maybe after you do a family board game, you could do family movie night. Let's see. I think those are the main kid movies that I would suggest. Oh, of course, The Incredibles. Of course. So they got The Incredibles 1 and The Incredibles 2. So Incredibles and Incredibles 2, if you haven't seen them, or if you have seen them and you want to see them again, those are good movies. You got to check them out. So you can see 1 and 2 with your family. Any of the Disney movies, they got a lot of the Disney movies on there, even though, Disney has their own stuff now. They still have them on there. So you want to check those out before they're gone, because they might be gone soon. So check them out on Netflix while you still can. Okay. I think those are all the kids movies. Teen movies, Tall Girl, Fuller House, also Full House. Full House is more appropriate for the whole family. Fuller House is, I would say, young teen to older teen appropriate. A series of unfortunate events, I would say mid to older teen appropriate. No Good Nick is a good show. I would say maybe preteen, early teen to mid-teen. And then Free Reign, probably preteen, is really good. My 10-year-old actually likes that. So, you could check it out and see what you think, and see if it's right for your kid. But those are my suggestions. Hopefully I helped, and hopefully it wasn't too overwhelming, and you heard some things that you could start watching tonight. And you can plan your weekend. Yeah. Like I said, I'll come back and I'll shorten the list and just kind of have my top ones for you guys kind of mapped out for you, so it'll be easier for you to decide if you want just a suggestion of the best ones. But I'll be back with one more video of the sci-fi stuff, because that's super long. So I'll see you in a sec.